Perfect. Here we are. Today, we are sharing the shamanic wisdom teachings about the medicine wheel basics. Now, I want to clear something up that I may not have covered previously, and that's that a lot of these traditions that I'm teaching you, these teachings, they may sound like they're Aboriginal from North America. They're not necessarily so. People have been using medicine wheels all over the world for thousands of years. And the same thing goes with the smudge I talked about, animal totems. These teachings are universal and global. And I'm here to share them with you, to apply them to your life, to step it up so you can squeeze a little more juice out of your life. That's what we're doing today. And we are, just need to adjust what's happening here. Okay. Let's get right into it. And I'm so excited. My apologies, I'm a couple of seconds late. And that is because I have a special gift for you today. So when you wait to the very end of this, I'll tell you how you can get a workshop called Use the Medicine Wheel to Create Your Dreams. How fun is that? One of my favorite things to do is to give things away. I love giving gifts. And the best way to get the most out of this would be to make notes. So draw a circle on a piece of paper, and you'll have this in the gift that I gave you. But to remember some of these pieces, it's not in there. You're going to need to write this down to remember all of this. So we're going to start in the South. We're covering the emotional, the mental, the physical, and spiritual, and the sexual. Now, we're going to start with the South. So just picture that you have a wheel in front of you. And it could be down on the ground. I've done medicine wheels in the forest, in the field, with rocks all around. So we're going to start in the South. What would be the bottom of a compass? 6 o'clock on the clock. I want you to start thinking about the wheel as far as the directions are concerned, because we're going to be using that again and again. The South on the compass is at the bottom of the compass. And the aspect for this is the emotional. So it's tied also, when you think about the wheel, it's tied to the mental aspect in the North, which is right across the wheel. First, we start with the South. The color for it is red, and the element is water. Think about emotions and how watery they are. Crying is so emotional, lots of water there. Also think about how your emotions can calm right down when you are near the water. It's very soothing. It's easy to remember then that the emotions, the South, that's the water element. And I have this quote in my book from Mama Gina, and she says about what are emotions. Most of us have no idea how to navigate our brilliant, beautiful, important, and dazzling perfect emotions. We feel something deeply and poof, we think something is desperately wrong with us. Our balance is gone. We are lost to the abyss. In fact, for most women, our highest goal for ourselves is a plain vanilla emotional life. But there's nothing plain and nothing vanilla about a woman. 'Cause you're zesty. Oh, okay. So from the South, now you're going to move over to the left of the wheel, which is the West. And that's the physical aspect in the West. It's tied across the wheel to the spiritual aspect. And when we talked about animal totems, they each have their place on the wheel also. The West is where I sit. That's my sitting place. And because Scorpio is my birthday. So the people that are across the wheel from me, the Taurus in there, the beaver, they sit in the east. Okay. We layer it on one on top of the other. That's why I'm calling this basics. I want you to really get these things. I want you to get the direction, the aspect, the color, and the element. The direction of the west, physical. The color is green. So just think about green grass, green trees all around, all around. And the element is the earth. Physical, the earth. We kept talking about get grounded, put your feet in the earth. The physical in the west. The direction of the north. That's the mental aspect. Now, remember we said it's tied to the emotional in the south. Well, our thoughts create our things. Our beliefs create our things. They can make us happy or sad. This mental space is really, really tied into the emotional space. And in the north, I've seen it in black and I've seen it in white being the color for it. And for me, I think of it as black because the north, it's dark at night. It has no daylight, just the way I think of it. But you can make it black or you can make it white. You'll often see medicine wheels that have these colors differently than what I'm giving you. This is the way I do it. And the element up there is the air. Just think of the stories we tell ourselves. Woohoo, that's the air. And now we move to the east. My French is showing to the east, and that is the spiritual aspect. Now it's tied to the physical. Sometimes you're in the physical, you're going to have a spiritual experience. Sometimes you're in the spiritual. Remember, we talked about karma and dharma. You will physically feel yourself moving, as I did, from karma to dharma. You can feel the spirituality, the essence flowing into you, the spiritual, that connection with the spirit, with the divine. It's in the east. The color for that is yellow. Think of the sunrise. Sunrise, yellow in the east. And the element for that is fire. Pretty easy to remember because the fire has that yellow piece in the flame, doesn't it? And we think of fire as yellow. And then there's the center of the wheel. That's the cog in the middle. That's the hub. Think of an old-fashioned wheel. Everything goes around the center. And in the center, the color for this is purple or amethyst, which, my amethyst is right there. Look at that on the shelf, amethyst. And that aspect is the soul. That's the sexual, passionate energy. That's your drive that gets you out of bed in the morning and gets you going with whatever mission you have. It's that catalyst energy. It pulls in the energy from all of the other directions. And the element for that is the void. And the void is different than the abyss. The abyss is the other side of the void. The void is that nice quiet place you can go to. The abyss, the hole you fell into. So those are the medicine wheel basics that I have for you today. Now, I've also put in the show notes the location of where you're going to find your bonus. The best way that I find to learn something is to do something. To use it, do something with it. Well, I have put together a free session for you called Use the Medicine Wheel to Create Your Dreams. I do it. That's how I create my vision board. I have to have that really clear vision to start with. And I use the medicine wheel to do that. It's yours. It's absolutely free. Courses.lindababulik.com, and you'll find it right there. Just go down and you'll have a list of the courses that I offer there. That one is free for you. My gift from me to you. Enjoy, share it with your friends, let them know what's going on. I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. please comment. Let me know how you feel. What do you think of me sharing the shamanic wisdom from now until the end of the year? Are there any topics that are niggling at you or something that I said that you would like me to expand and be clearer on? To watch for the next session, we are calling in the directions. So you're going to need to know your compass points. East for me, south, at west and north. And I'm going to take you actually through my office because I call the 4 directions in every morning using smudge. How fun will that be? You get to see my paradise in here. There's more to my office than just this. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me, and use the medicine wheel to create your dreams today.